The New York arrival, the shadow of judgment. The morning began with a sound that New York didn't recognize. It wasn't the grind of the subway or the distant roar of JFK. It was a frequency, a low, teeth-rattling thrum that turned the Atlantic's surface into glass. Ryker Philip sat in the belly of a troop carrier, his fingers tracing the worn edges of Mason's dog tags. Around him, the air in the carrier felt tight. These were boys beside him, faces pale under Kevlar, eyes wide with the realization that the world had shifted. Lieutenant Morales was shouting, but his voice felt thin against the rising vibration of the city. Eyes front, intel says they're landing in this sector, but landing was the wrong word. As Ryker stepped out onto Fifth Avenue, he saw it. The sky over Manhattan didn't just darken, it warped. Sunlight was snuffed out as a city-sized monolith of obsidian plates and molten blue veins tore through the cloud layer. It wasn't a ship. It was a living nightmare of flesh and metal. The first figure detached from the underbelly. It didn't fall. It descended with the weight of an anchor. When it struck the pavement, the shockwave blew out every window for 3 blocks. Standing 4 meters tall, the accessory commander was a skeletal giant encased in living armor. For a heartbeat, there was silence. Then, the massacre began. The alien lunged. It didn't use a gun. It used gravity. With a lazy wave of its arm, the air bent. A wave of graviton energy erupted, and Ryker watched as 2 armored tanks were crushed into cubes of scrap metal. The soldiers inside silenced instantly. Ryker raised his rifle, his finger trembling on the trigger. He fired. The bullets sparked harmlessly against a shimmering blue aura. The commander turned its head, its vertical slits glowing like molten eyes. It didn't look at Ryker with hate. It looked at him with the clinical disinterest of a scientist observing an insect. They're not here to conquer. They're here to erase.